Why would you pay with debit cards what you can pay with credit cards? It's very simple. It's something that took me so much time to understand, but I was wasting so many points, so many miles by paying my daily expenses, my dining, my traveling that I was already doing. I was already making good money time ago, and I was just paying everything with my debit cards. Imagine these people that have Revolut account, Wise account. These are all debit cards. What perks do they give you? Not many. They give you transactional value of I can pay with card, but what if every time that you pay with cards, you can accumulate points and miles? The most difficult part here is, okay, Mikael, but what am I going to do when I have 400,000 points, 500,000 points? What am I going to do? Am I going to sit on the laptop and search for how can I redeem those points? You don't even need to do that. You can also have somebody who redeems the points for you. This is a service that trained assistants can do that for you, and they can take the points that you have and offer you route A, route B, route C, knowing what dates you want to fly and where you want to stay. There are many places in the world that have Hyatt, that have Marriott, have different hotels that you can access with points. You can redeem the points and just be there for free. For free because you will have those expenses regardless. It's like farming points. It's basically effortless. It's something that the only effort that you need is to build the system. And this is similar to a house. This is my analogy, something that helped me make the click. So I want to share with you. Imagine that you have a plot of land. You buy a new plot of land. It's completely empty. What do? You go the first day, you pick your buckets, you pick your tools, and you start building a home. You don't do that. Why? Because you need a plan. That's the difference between a hut that you can more or less put some bricks on top of each other, put some straw to cover from the rain, and you live in a hut. But what's the difference between that and a mansion? The mansion requires architects. Before building any palace that you've seen, that you admire, that required thought. And that's why the best architects are paid more, because they are able to imagine better outcomes. Not all the architects are able to design a Taj Mahal. Not all architects are able to design multi-million-dollar mansions. Why? Because their plans, the tools that they have, the things that they know possible and how they put them together, the kitchen, the living room, the pool, the gym, this, that, they know how to merge it into something coherent. So this is the same with the points and miles. You can see many videos on YouTube that talk about, yes, you can open an Amex, you can open a Chase Sapphire Reserve, you can do this and that, but it's just random pieces of information. So you pick those, you put them together, and you make what I call a Frankenstein. Basically, you have this monster that it's random videos from this influencer, this YouTuber, this person I found on Instagram, and you end up with nothing. Just a lot of information. You maybe go to the United States, go to the bank, and when you want to open the account and get the credit cards, you get denied. You lost your flight, you lost your stay, you lost all the money planning the trip to, let's say, Miami, to open bank accounts because you get denied. Denied to open the bank account because you don't have the right documents. Denied because you don't have the utility bill or the proof of address, or because the one you found online does not really work in that bank because the information you found is not updated. Or maybe the card they give you. You wanted a Chase Sapphire Reserve and you end up with the very, very basic Chase card, which gives you almost no points. Or, for example, you cannot use it while you're traveling because it has foreign transaction fees. And this all happens because some people take action without the proper plan, or they just don't have an architect that puts everything together. So in the series of videos that you're going to find on this YouTube channel, you can find these plans. You can find something coherent. You can find do this, then do that, then do that. For example, you can find my video on how I went to the United States and successfully opened 5 bank accounts in 3 different banks and got approved directly for 2 credit cards. Like that. So cards that then allowed me to go from 300, which is the worst credit score you can have when you have a fresh new ITIN, which is the version of the social security number for non-US citizens and non-US residents. And with that ITIN, then the credit score can be attached to that identification number, those 9 digits that you built over months of paying on time, getting more credit history, so more lengths of credit, different products, so not just credit cards and credit lines, but also you can have loans, you can have mortgages, you can have other credit products that allow you to have a mix that also improves your credit score. Increase the limits that also contributes to that. This is called the FICO score. You can check it online. There's a graph on the percentage of each action that you can take, that you can model, and you can tweak that, apply those actions to get better credit score. So that's how I went from 300 to over 720. You can find 719, 729, up. And this is a journey that I could shortcut and do in 6 months with the mentors that I had. But right now, with all the information that I have, honestly, I could have done it much sooner. Like, if I knew everything that I know, not the 20% that I applied, out of the total 100% that today, the day of shooting, I know, in the future, that's going to be a 5% of everything I will know. But I would have done it with probably 3 to 4 months, because there are so many things you can do. You can get authorized users. So somebody who already has a credit card, let's say 10 years old, with a $50,000 limit, they put you as an authorized user, and that is included in your credit profile. It reports to the 3 bureaus that you have in the United States, so that improves your credit score massively. Then you can also have primaries. You can also get on the business side aged corps. So shelf corporations that have been sitting there for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You can buy those. You can then register them in the state. For example, if you buy a New Mexico aged corp, you can register it in Florida, and then you can go to Miami and say, hey, I have this company. They will look it up and be like, oh wow, this person has a company for 9 years, because they will not know that you bought it. So that gives you higher credit limits on the business side as well, and you can just tweak and hack the game like this. These are just some strategies that you can use, and the most difficult part, to be honest, is starting, because when you start, you have the clock click, tick, tack, running. When it runs, all days that go by, they improve your credit score, because the time, the length, the age of your credit is something that improves your credit score. So even if you don't use the cards that much, just by the fact of opening it this year and having it run for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you're just winning at this game. If you run your basic expenses of, let's say, $2,000 a month, because you live frugal, $2,000 every month paid on time using credit cards instead of debit cards, you can just win at this game so quickly in maybe not 4 months, because you're not as aggressive, but 8 months, 10 months, you can get a great credit score. And then when you won the best credit cards, then they don't give you 1 point, they give you 3 points, 5 points per every dollar spent. So accumulating points is just a snowball effect. It's you pushed this ball for all these years, and then the points just start accumulating. The ball is downhill. It's effortless. Just bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because you can apply for better credit cards that at the time of signing up, there's the sign-up bonus. So you get dozens of thousands of points, or even hundreds of thousands of points just for signing up and spending a specific amount in a specific period of time. So let's say $10,000 in the first 3 months, or $10,000 in the first 6 months of getting that card, and boom, you get that bonus. With these strategies, so simple, something that you can learn, you can just hack this. What would you do with the money that you don't use for flying and staying in luxury properties that you could use for something else? How much are you spending per year in flights, transportation, accommodation? Let's say you are spending $20,000, maybe $50,000, maybe you travel a lot, it's $100,000. Well, you can subtract that from your yearly expenses and say, hey, this year I have 100,000, but wait, next year I have 100,000 more, and next year 100,000 more. So all this money is money that can be allocated to other parts of your life, whether it's your business, whether it's your personal life, whether it's gifts. Maybe you have so many points that you want to give it to other people. You want to gift somebody a business class trip. How many more years are you going to fly economy with your partner? Imagine being 50 years old. That's what I thought to myself. Like, these questions, I'm going to tell you right now, are the ones that made me start. I said, am I going to be 50 years old and fly economy with the mother of my children, with my kids? Not just what they are going to think about me. It's what am I going to think about myself? That was one. The other one was like, when I'm 40, maybe when I'm in my 20s, I don't care, going economy. I don't care sleeping, whatever. I lived in hostels in my early 20s. I didn't care. But will I care about sleeping in hostels instead of great properties when I'm in my 40s? I will probably not want to sleep in hostels 90% of the times when I'm traveling. So the best bet I can place right now for in my 40s, be able to just have this as usual, as an average thing. Oh yeah, I travel and I go to luxury hotels for free. And it's by having this credit score, this credit history, by knowing how to play this game now. And again, you don't even need to then redeem the points. You just spend what you need to spend, and then somebody, an assistant that is trained and knows how to do that, redeems the points for you. You tell them, hey, I want to go to Miami for 7 days. And voila, you get the flight, you get the accommodation, everything is taken care of. Even when you get to the first class flying level, they pick you up with a taxi, with a car, for example, a Porsche, Mercedes. They drive you to the terminal, you get on the plane, down, then again. So these are things that are game changers. And honestly, that's something I realized. Life is much more than just regular accommodations. If other people that are not special, they are not geniuses, they're just people like you and me, got to that level and enjoy that as a regular part of their lifestyle, why can't I do it? What do they know that I don't know? And that's the ignorance tax. We always talk about income tax, capital gain tax, this inheritance tax, but what about the ignorance tax? The price that I was paying by not knowing how to do this effortlessly, seamlessly, because now it takes me more effort to book a flight with cash in economy or to go to an Airbnb than just to redeem points and get business class, first class, or luxury hotels. It's much easier, especially when you get an assistant and it's trained and does it for you. It's even like seamless. It's like a dream. You just like send a message, a voice note, or a quick WhatsApp for a quick Telegram message, and that's it. So these are things that I share with you that I want to share in this channel, and just to open the eyes and say this reality is possible. It's at your arm length. You can grab it. The thing is, start with the decision. Do you want it or you don't want it? If you really want it, then, well, you can watch more videos on this channel. You can also book a consultation with the link down below. We can talk. You can talk with my team, see if this is the right move for you right now. If it's not, if it's maybe not the time because of the budget, because of some reason, there'll always be the free videos. So it's going to take some more time. You're going to have to put the pieces together. But if you are smart, you're going to realize it and you can do it. Whether it's with me, with other people in this industry, just start. That's what I would say to you. So if you are inspired by this, if this is a reality that you want to live at some point, maybe, sooner than later, because if not you, who? And if not now, when? Then, yeah, you can watch more of these videos. You can subscribe to the channel. And again, if you wanted to speak directly with us, book a call and we're going to see what we can do for you. This is Miquel Gironès from Marbella. Extraordinary. Adeu. And you can check this video over here talking about more of these points and miles and credit cards.